Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
I still don't understand why it's so much money.
It's not that hard to wrap your head around when you look at what we actually have.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I guess I don't understand the difference. Like, why is that one, the one that you guys have in the show, I don't know any of the specifics on it. It was like 44, 45,000.
Well, realistically, what it comes down to is you're about between $14,000 and $16,000 more.
Yeah.
Than the
standard model.
Equivalent bike.
Yeah.
Well, not the standard, the special.
Okay, the special.
Because you have the standard, the special, and then the CVO.
Okay. So what do you get in that $16,000?
A lot. We'll go over that.
Okay.
After. Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. What?
He's good. Got to bring it into the middle of the conversation.
That's how we do this.
I know.
How many podcasts have y'all been on and you're just now realizing?
Oh, I know that.
I know that.
We know that.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's just entertaining. Well, see,
I need a new group of friends. If anybody, applications.
If you guys want to record a podcast with Marcus, send an email.
So, anyways.
And no one checks.
Tonight, or this afternoon, whatever time this is, we do have Miss Muffin.
I'm back.
We also have Daniel.
Hey there.
And we have Stephanie. Once again, she is at the house.
She's somewhere in the house.
She will probably show up.
Potential. Well, the dogs are out here, so she'll probably
She'll
come out at one point. Or she's just happy the dogs are not with her.
Which means she's upstairs asleep on the couch already?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
I feel like I hear her walking around inside the house.
She probably is.
So
you're going to see her face in the window there for a second.
We are outside on the patio.
Because it is 76 degrees out?
I rode my bike over here with no jacket, no gloves.
And it is the 26th of December.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
It was warm.
Today is a great day to go riding.
Oh, absolutely.
So
it is absolutely gorgeous out right now.
So we had the idea for this episode. We were going to do, Daniel and I were actually going to swap motorcycles today. We'll do this later. I was going to ride the ZRX and Daniel was going to ride my Street Glide because you rode Bill's bike.
I've ridden Bill's Road Glide.
Right, which Road Glide, Street Glide's different bikes, but also.
But he's got his lowered. And
he's got his lowers, he's got stock handlebars on it. He doesn't have the power upgrades like I do. So it's going to be a completely different world than riding Bill's motorcycle.
Well, I still remember. Who was I? I think I was following Lewis on the. He was on the VMAX, and I was following him on Bill's bike.
Yes.
And going around those roundabouts by Volkswagen over there. Whew, man, trying to lean into a turn is not a thing that Bill's
Well, you have also rode a basically stock 05 Street Glide.
I have.
Or it wasn't a Street Glide at that time. It was just an electric glide.
Yeah.
That one was an electric glide classic. So that's essentially what they built the Street Glide off of. They were stripped down versions. People were taking electric glides. They were removing the tour packs, or they were taking the electric glide standard, which didn't come with a tour pack. Mm-hmm. And they were customizing them for a more sportier look. They were putting a lower slung seat on there.
Getting away from that
different
big
handlebars.
touring vibe that they throw off. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny because they were taking a touring bike and doing it more of a sportier custom motorcycle, whereas now people are buying the Street Glide into more of a touring class because they can have that sportier custom motorcycle from the factory and do modifications to it to make it more comfortable for a touring.
Well, I see that a lot. I feel like that's what a lot of people end up doing is they'll buy something that's more on the sportier end, and then they'll add removable tour packs and things like that. Like,
well, I can modify mine. I mean, obviously, I've got smaller pack on there. That's not a bad pack, but like
Yeah.
I could get a tour pack like
you
Harley
wanted,
has.
Yeah.
I can put a bigger touring seat on there, although I have a smaller sport seat on
Yeah.
there than what even comes from the factory on the Street Glide, those types of things. And I've modified the T-bars, which the T-bars are still, even just for cruising, are great.
Yeah, I am really curious to see how that has a different feel than the other two.
Oh, it's going
that
to blow your mind.
Because the Electra had factory bars on it.
It had factory bars on
yeah.
it. Bill's has factory bars on
Yeah.
it. And Trace just has a standard set of 8s on it. You really need to ride Trace, too.
Yeah. Well, one day we'll all do
So-
a swapperoo.
But I'm sure Stephanie will make it out here eventually.
Maybe.
So we were going to do that and to ride today, but unfortunately, we're having problems with Heather's Jeep right now. Hopefully,
Jeeps.
those will get fixed soon. But we're currently $100 in, and it's still not fixed.
We have run out of the specialized tools necessary to.
But no, we have gotten to where we need specialized
Yeah.
tools.
Yeah.
Tools that don't come standard in a Craftsman's tool set.
That is true. That is very true.
So,
Or parts that none of the part stores have, apparently.
yes. So, back to what you were asking at the beginning of the episode.
Yes.
So, if you were to take my bike when it sold new and compare it to the CVO of the same vintage,
Okay.
it was around about $15,000 difference.
Okay.
Okay. Number one, you had a fully custom paint job to a CVO. It's not a standard color.
And that color's not available on any other model, correct?
Only available on CVOs.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
you have paint.
So if you wanted to get that custom color, if I was to paint my motorcycle a custom color, how much am I going to spend?
$5,000 easy.
Okay. So now we're down to, we'll say, a 10 grand difference.
Okay.
Okay. Custom wheels,
Okay.
another 35 to 5 grand.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll even cut that at a smaller margin and say we're down to $7,500 difference.
All right.
Okay. Custom engine trim. Okay. Couple $1,000. So we'll drop it down to about $5,500.
All
Okay.
right.
Bigger engine.
Because those have the.
And mine's a 107. Okay. In 2017, the CVO, I don't know. I think it was even a 117 at that time.
Okay.
But like if you were to get like Bill's bike at a 114, it's still 117.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a 117 upgrade to Bill's bike, you're about $1,000 for parts.
Okay.
So
Now,
parts and labor, you're about another $2 grand.
Is there any other Harley that comes with the 117 besides the okay? So it's just
CVOs.
Okay.
So you're an upgraded engine. So
I wasn't
we'll
sure
say
about that.
if you had a 114, a 1 and 2 upgrade. So this is essentially if you had a new bike and you were going to upgrade it. Okay.
All right.
So we'll say $2 grand parts and labor.
All right.
Okay. Well, now we're down to $3,500.
Yeah.
Okay. CVO, you have different grips, different levers,
Yeah.
different floorboards, different seat, all these little things.
Which makes sense.
The seat is $1,000
Goodness.
to get the CVO seat.
Is it worth $1,000? I mean, like
To some.
Well, I know. The
I had a CVO
To
seat.
me, yes.
yeah.
I had a CVO seat. They gave me a discount. This was even before I was employed. They gave me a discount. I still paid $825 for the front rear seats.
Yeah. Well, I guess I know we're talking we're talking about the differences, what retail costs. These are the changes and differences. But are those differences truly worth it? Over.
Well, when it comes down to all your little trim pieces,
Yeah.
those add up in a hurry. Like how we were
yeah.
talking about before, little things adding up. And we're talking about retail probably, between $2,000 to $3,000. So now we've met that $15,000 price tag.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you also have different badges
Yeah.
that come specifically to a CVO. So could you, in theory, take a Street Glide Special or a Road Glide Special and make it like that CVO? Yes. Okay. Are you going to spend the same amount of money, though? The average consumer? No, it's actually going to end up costing them more to build a CVO
Yeah.
than what they get with a CVO.
That makes sense.
So the purpose of the CVO is for the person that wants to do all of that stuff to their bike, but also wants a little bit more of a status symbol.
Yeah.
Okay. The easiest way to equate it, you have a BMW.
I do.
Okay. Would you rather that BMW be an M series?
Actually, no.
Well, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
Most of your people that are going out.
I would like it to be an M series, but I don't want to do a valve adjustment on the 3.2.
Yeah, but you're not
That's me. Me. But then again,
but you see what I'm saying? So how many people would rather buy an M or an AMG or a S line or R line on Audi trim, or what is they do the R line on the Volkswagens or something like that?
Yeah, they have an R line, and
so you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's people want to upgrade to that because you have premium stuff, and it's like, is it worth it?
Yeah,
it's at that same thing. I mean, so with the Harley, if you're already going to do all this stuff, you can get a factory custom motorcycle, and that's legit what it is. It's a factory custom motorcycle.
Okay. I mean, that just like the Honda Fury.
Yeah. So, like, can you build, if you were to buy a brand new F-150, okay, that's not a Raptor, could you build it?
Buy one that's not a Raptor?
Could you build a Raptor competitor?
Yeah, you could. It costs more, but you could do it.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Okay.
It absolutely makes sense.
And I'm not saying that where the Raptor is and where the CVO is on that same plane as that much better. It's just you're getting a discount.
It's the top line.
You're buying it
from the factory.
You're essentially buying everything from Harley in bulk.
Yeah.
Already on a motorcycle
With a warranty.
And getting a discount.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. And I think you're right talking about the people that buy it as more of a status symbol rather than
the other thing too is, and I don't want to get too much into the financing aspect of it, a lot of companies, finance companies, will finance overvalue on motorcycles. Okay. When I worked at Honda would do 125% over book value. Okay. And that's kind of, there's a dealership, that's kind of how they push their accessories, because they discount the product, not the aftermarket accessories.
Yeah.
They discount the actual inventory to give you a larger space to be able to add products to your motorcycle. So, using that equation, if you go, well, there's $15,000 in stuff I want. Yeah, but we're only going to give you $4,000 to play with.
Yeah.
Well, if you now have a bike where they go, well, no, the value of this bike is $15,000 more, you're not adding accessories. You're adding the value to the motorcycle. Mm-hmm. Because the other thing, too, is if I take my bike and I put $15,000 in accessories on it, I'm not getting another $15,000 out of my motorcycle.
No. But then again, that's modifying anything.
Right. But if I buy a CVO that already has all these stuff on it,
you have that value already.
That value's
in.
there.
That value's
because I bought a CVO. And CVOs are a little bit more desired just being because it is that upper echelon.
Yeah.
Just as Heather's Jeep,
when it runs.
there's Jeeps of the equivalent vintage and mileage that are a lot less valuable than hers, but hers is a Trailhawk.
Yeah.
So it has that added value to it being a Trailhawk.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. Yeah.
Now do you understand why CVOs are that much more money?
Yes, I get it. I still think it's a lot comparatively.
No doubt.
Because
I'm not disagreeing.
No.
I can't.
I could never justify spending $45,000.
I can't justify spending $40,000.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I could
but
never.
At the same time, depending on what you're doing, the bike itself, like we'll use Danny Hill for an example.
Yeah.
Okay. So Danny has that CVO that he bought used with a 131 kit in it.
Yeah.
Now he paid for a 1-year-old bike with like 7,500 miles on it, the same price the bike sold for brand new a year before.
Yeah.
So he essentially bought a CVO
with upgrades,
with a major upgraded. It's almost a $10,000 upgrade for the same price.
And that's actually something me and
it's a CVO.
Yeah. The other day when we were over at the Harley shop, me and Lewis were talking about that. Like even still, it loses. Actually, me and you were talking about that with the Africa Twin. We're talking about how much of a loss you take just depreciation.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The CVOs don't seem to lose their value.
Well, Harleys
after a certain amount of years,
Harleys in general don't really seem to lose their value, though.
Yeah.
But Harleys, if you get into the nitty gritty, anybody that's ever tried to buy a motorcycle or a car that is more of a, we'll say, that has a following.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a cult following, but just has a following. People like those particular vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Then even if you don't know what it is, you'll start to realize what perceived value is.
Yeah.
Book value. For me, I want a 95 through 97, or actually it's 92 through 97 Land Rover LR80. Or what? Not LR. What it?
It is an LR.
No, it's not a LR. It's FJ80. Yeah,
Land
so
Cruiser.
Land Cruiser, not Land Rover.
I'm thinking. I'm like.
Land Cruiser.
I don't think Land Rover.
No, a Toyota 92 through 97
FJ.
Toyota Land Cruiser FJ80 series.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were to open up a Black Book or NADA or Kelly Blue Book or any of those things,
Like $1,000.
no, they're still worth like 35 to $5,000. I have people literally listening to this podcast right now going, "No, dude, that's like a $25,000 vehicle." No, that's perceived value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a Jeep Cherokee, the XJ, the boxy Jeep Cherokees.
Yeah.
The last one that they made, the 01 or 02, whatever it was, in a sport 4-wheel drive.
With the 4-liter.
With the 4-liter. Dude, in the book, they're only worth like $3,500. I know because I tried to buy one. They're selling for like $8,000 and $9,000 though.
Yeah.
Because the perceived value, everybody has gotten to the point of going, oh yeah, it's worth that money.
Yeah. And I think you're right. A Harley has that perceived value.
Yeah.
I don't perceive it.
I don't either. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. If the book says it's this, then I go, okay, cool. That's what the book says. That's fine.
Yeah.
But for someone, and it was like when me and Lewis did the Deal or No Deal, for a 15-year-old Sportster, if the book says it's worth $3,500, cool, it's worth $3,500. There's a lot of people out there still trying to sell them for $7,000, and it's like, dude, your 15-year-old Sportster, I remember for $7,000 brand new.
Yeah. Well, see, and like I'll just use the Valkyrie for example. I paid $4,900 for that bike.
Yeah.
I would not, if someone came to me and said, "Well, I have this bike, it's $10,000," I would not have bought it.
Right.
I would not get that extra $5,000 of enjoyment and value to me out of it, and that's how I buy things.
Well,
I know certain things have intrinsic value.
Believe it or
too.
not, a Ruin is not far off that same price.
They're
I'm not talking about $10,000. I'm talking about book value wise.
yeah.
I bet you they're like $6,500, if
Except
not less than that.
You see them when they go to auction for like 25, 30,000.
Yep. Perceived
it's
value.
insane. I would never pay
It's
that.
a perceived value
Yeah.
thing.
And, well, and that's the thing. It's there's scarcity tied to it.
Well,
which-
and
that's-
dealers, here's the upside about dealers. Dealers don't necessarily, big dealers, not
Yeah.
small dealers. Big dealers, they don't buy on perceived value,
no,
and they typically don't sell on perceived value.
that is true. Some
Big dealers.
yeah, big dealers that buy
a
them at
smaller
like the
mom
auto
and pop,
auctions.
especially like a small car lot,
Yeah,
they will sell that Land Cruiser for $25,000 or $30,000. Because I know a guy that's a wholesaler,
yeah.
and he's told me he loves to find Land Cruisers
Oh yeah,
because he gets them cheap
yeah.
and gets a big markup on them. He doesn't sell them to other car lots. He will literally find individuals that are looking for them and sell them to them.
Well, because that's I was talking to somebody at one point, and they were talking about the typical markup on vehicles, not motorcycles particularly, on their used. They generally go 20 to 30% over what they paid for it just to get it out the door.
I think, I don't want to say,
Depending, price. Depending on
I don't
price.
think motorcycles are necessarily too far off that price
Probably
tag in
not,
general. But then again, I think it kind of depends per bike.
Yeah.
Because the situation at hand. You could have situations of where maybe they had to put more money into the trade to get the deal done. So now they're not making, maybe they're only making, I know of deals where they paid, and this was before I worked at the dealership, where they paid $9,000 for a bike and sold it for $9,500. They didn't make much on it.
Yeah.
But also I know deals of where they paid $9,000 for a motorcycle. Very in particularly my deal, they paid me $9,000 for my deluxe. They sold it for $14,900.
Yeah.
So they made a healthy profit on that. But the reason also with that one was because they cut their throats to sell me the new bike. So they had to do a big markup.
Yeah, to make
up
loss.
the difference.
Yeah. Well, I know some dealerships, I know Harley's different than other types of dealerships. Do you guys pre-buy the inventory before you sell it, or is it something that...
I don't know. I've heard different things, and since I don't know, I'm not going to answer that.
Because I was talking to a friend that I know that owns...
Talking about whether the inventory, whether it's a cash inventory or floor plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like one of the things that he says. They take out a loan to buy the bikes, and if they sell them in a certain period, they don't pay any interest on what they owed on, what they paid the manufacturer for.
Well, that's also how floor plan works too.
Yeah.
So floor plan, the loan is coming from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
You have like 90 or 120 days or whatever to sell this inventory, or they start charging you for the inventory.
Yeah.
You have to pay it.
This one was through a separate, it's a Japanese manufacturer. They don't do any of the floor plan type thing. So he's going through a
lot of
party.
Smaller dealers don't participate in floor plan.
Yeah, he's going through a third party that basically says, like, look, if you sell it within that 90 to 120 days, we're not going to charge you any interest on it, and you can get out. But at a certain point, he has inventory on the floor that he's got to start paying for. And
well, I know of a dealer a Japanese dealer that they did a mix of both. Anything that was coming from the manufacturer, they did floor plan on. But they also had some brand new bikes, that they paid cash for because they were buying them at auction, 1 and 2 year old bikes from dealers that had bought them outright, and were never able to sell them. So they'd go to auction, and you'd have a dealer that maybe they bought 50 CBR 1000s, and they were only ever able to sell 20 of them, and now they're trying to get rid of them because they need cash.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So
I wasn't sure how Harley did theirs, because I know their dealerships.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure if Harley does floor plan.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works. I've never asked. It's not in my department, so I've never felt the need to ask. When I was at the other dealership, that was a Japanese dealer, I knew, not because I asked, but just because it was told to me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool, I guess.
I mean, it makes sense to do it that way as a dealership, but, well, the other dealer you're at probably has a higher volume of sales as well. Or...
I don't know.
Really?
At one time, yes, but I don't know now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not specific 2021 or 2020 numbers, but I imagine that dealership selling a relatively lower priced product as new.
Well, once again, I don't.
Yeah.
I would imagine yes.
Yeah.
Only because that other dealer has bikes you can get brand new for $3,000.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But even still, I don't.
Yeah. Because what's the base price for a new Sportster? Like 8, 10? Somewhere
I don't know, dude. That's what I'm saying. I don't pay so much attention to a lot of the bikes. The bikes that I want, I kind of know.
Yeah.
Like a rough estimate price, but like I don't know. I mean, I knew back in 2005 when I was at another Harley dealership because I was super interested.
Yeah.
And like in 2005 at another Harley dealership, you could get into their whole thing. You could get into a Harley for with appropriate credit for $99 a month, and that was getting the base model 883, and they were like $6,500.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm just saying. I think.
I mean, heck, they used to advertise. Like, that was a big advertisement campaign I remember right after high school, where you could get into a Harley for $99 a month.
I would. If I could get one, if I could get a Pan America for $99 a month, I would.
Yeah, you're not going to get a Pan America for $9,900 a month, though.
Go.
Hey, will you check on Steph?
Make sure she didn't fall in.
Playing with the bidet.
The bidet got her. I sprayed her with it the other day. I turned it on, and she was in the bathroom washing her hands.
I think I'll shoot through the air. It's like the Coke fountain. It's like the Coke fountain in Atlanta at the museum where it shoots through the air.
Oh, God. Well, it worked. We have good water pressure.
But, yeah, honestly, like I said, I don't know. I mean, I kind of know where new street glides and new road glides are, like specials.
Yeah.
Specials and non-specials. And I know where, like, the Pan America is, because that's really the only thing.
Well, those are the ones you're interested in. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But once again, I always feel like that's a big...
I have an idea of where I feel some bikes should be, but I don't know if it's right. And being a representative from the dealership, I don't want to say.
Probably just not.
Yeah.
Mark is said on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
This, and
exactly.
It's twice that amount.
Exactly. Well, but even then, like, with Harley, okay, Vivid Black,
yeah,
it's a standard color.
Okay.
Anything outside of that, you're pretty much looking at a cost upgrade.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it could be, a couple $100
to a couple thousand. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, let's try this again. My phone's on airplane mode now. So anybody that has to call me,
Just
forget
wait.
you.
Just wait.
Forget you.
Just wait.
He'll call you later.
Anyways, the CVO.
Yes.
With the new the new bikes, we don't know what's coming out with the new bikes until January 26th. I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully they do something. The new video is called Further and Faster.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do a bigger displacement, because the CVO right now is only 3 cubic inches bigger than the next bike in line.
Yeah.
So a lot of us kind of think it needs to be a bigger motorcycle.
I think having a bigger engine in there, like something else to draw people in, be like, hey, look, this is the biggest, baddest thing that you can get.
Yeah, well, and I've heard people go, it's only 3 cubic inches. Don't disagree. Harley makes a 119 kit. They make a 122 kit, a 128 kit, and a 131 kit. So hopefully they'll do something.
Yeah.
I know we briefly talked about like doing like an extreme version.
Yeah. Like an R version or something like that.
And I would hope, I've made jokes, a factory built road glide, they have the Screaming Eagle Oleans piggybacks for the rear. Have that. Partner with Oleans to do an inverted front end kit. Throw a 131 in it out of the factory. Yeah.
I think that would be interesting across the line, having this is the performance version of this bike.
I think if they did that, though, it'd probably be a buy order only thing. Because they have sold, in the past, they have sold like full on like race ready bikes. Harley actually has.
Yeah.
The Harley Davidson V-Rod, they made them as drag bikes, and they sold that bike. You could order a drag ready V-Rod.
That was that one that's not street legal, right?
It was not street legal. It came from the factory with a wheelie bar on the back of it, a giant slick.
I watched a video. I was watching Cycle Drag.
Yeah.
Because they do Kawasaki. Because Kawasaki's are very popular on the drag strip.
Yeah.
The old KZs, ZRX, the bikes like that. And they did a series on the drag V-Rod. And they're like, this is a rare bike, but you can't ride it home from the drag strip. Yeah. And it was really cool.
So like I said, January 26th is the release. We're going to do a launch party at work. But that is a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That Wednesday night, we're going to record a podcast while it's still fresh for us. So, moving on, though. Hopefully, this is only, I can do it as one.
Yeah.
But just in case anybody's confused why there's two, I got a phone call, and it stopped the recording.
And this is attempt number 3.
It's at number 3.
Because he's gotten 2 phone calls.
I can go 3 days with nobody calling me.
Well, it's always when people want money.
That's the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, actually, I mean, we've recorded over an hour.
Yeah, and
And
nobody's
no
called.
phone
Yeah.
calls.
Yeah.
Yet.
Everybody
today.
texts me. And when you text me, it doesn't interrupt anything.
Yeah. But
So-
yet today, for some reason.
Anyways, so it's time to play Chop Ride Sell. So all 3 of us have chips. Daniel, we're going to start with you.
All right. So I have gotten the 1983 Katana, the BMW R18, and the Kawasaki Z1.
Well, you already have a Z1.
I don't have a Z1.
What's the...
It's a KZ.
Oh,
It's a KZ.
The Z1 was the 900. It's a Z1 900.
oh, so Trey has a Z...
No. He has a KZ 900. The Z1 was their performance bike.
Okay.
So they got rid of they went away from the H1, the H2, like the Widowmaker, the 750, the 500 two strokes.
Yeah.
And they went to the Z1, which was their performance motorcycle in the
Yeah.
late 70s.
Okay.
And that was what everybody wanted. That was their big like Honda CB750 killer.
So what are you doing with your 3 bikes?
I am going to do nothing to the Z1 but ride it.
So you're going to have a little collector.
I'm going to have a collection of Kawasaki's like I already do at this point. So that one I would actually love to have in real life. I would love to have a Z1 if
And
I
that
could
leaves you with a Katana. 83 Katana, first gen, first one.
Yep.
That's a beautiful motorcycle. It's so beautiful that they just recently made a new version of that bike. And that leaves you with a turd.
Yes. It leaves me with a beautiful 1983 Katana and a
The can of tuna.
And
a brand new BMW R18.
okay.
Because of my riding style and how funny I think it would be, and I know it's going to piss you off, I'm going to sell the Katana and I'm going to turn the BMW R18 into a 1940s BMW. I'm going to paint it like flat tan, like the desert motorcycles.
We are no longer friends.
And I'm
Daniel's
going to
off
buy
the
a
podcast.
I'm going to buy a sidecar for it.
How many times have I said Daniel's off the podcast before? Daniel's off the podcast.
I am going to turn it into
I would have taken that Katana and put modern suspension on it.
absolutely. But I think turning the BMW R18 into something that would make the people that buy them now cringe would make me so happy because I can't find an original 1940s.
Well, I'm not going to attempt to do a German accent, but also
Please don't.
for what
we
you're
already
planning to
tried
do with the BMW, just sell it by a euro.
Because I want something that's not a turd. I don't want a urinal.
You don't want something that's a turd, so you're going to keep the R18.
I'm gonna put a sidecar on it with a machine gun, an MG34.
There you go. All
See,
you had to say was machine gun.
this is a modification. I have an unlimited budget here. This is going to be exciting.
Heather, please redeem all of us.
I don't think I can.
What are your 3 that you have?
She got an R18 as well.
I
She's
did.
going to do the same thing.
Okay, so I have a Sportster 1200.
Okay. Is it what? Okay. No, that's a XR 1200.
It's still a Sportster.
That's not a regular Sportster.
No, that's slightly
That's like
different.
the street race version. That has inverted front suspension. It has like clip-on style
Yeah.
bars. You pulling one up.
yeah.
That is a bad mamma jamma.
Yeah.
Those things right there, we've talked about them once before. They haven't made them in years, and they still sell for like 15 grand brand new.
So it's a little bit.
It's a little different than what you're picturing,
It's
ain't
more
it?
sport bike oriented. Honestly,
Yeah.
this is what Harley needs to make. The XR 1200.
So, well, they
I would-
will if they make a Bronx.
I would buy an XR
See, I would,
1200.
They will
I would
if they
love
make
to
them
see
up.
if they actually did
So,
those.
you got an XR
Almost as
1200.
good as a Buell.
Yeah, I have a ZH2.
Okay.
I had to look that up to see what it looks like.
Okay.
And then I don't know what that one is. It's a J model.
J model is going to be like your first gen Harleys.
See, we made it more complicated for her.
You did make it more complicated.
You already had your picks, didn't you?
Kinda.
She's gonna ride the ZH2 every day, do wheelies everywhere.
I would kill myself on that thing probably.
So what?
240
What are you doing?
horsepower. Bo,
What are you doing?
See, okay, this is a tough one.
Yeah, because now we told her
Yeah,
it's
now-
not a regular Sportster and what the J model is.
Yeah.
Bubba,
You're fine.
what you doing, Heather?
Okay, so since I don't want to kill myself, so I'm going to sell the ZH2 because I think I would kill myself on it.
Okay.
And I've always wanted the first gen Harley just to have,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'd be able to ride it though.
No, you could still ride
But I
it.
should just,
You
like,
could
just
ride it without modifying it. That would be your...
I wouldn't want to modify that one.
Okay. So the
So
J model is
I'm
going to be just the bike you
I'm
ride.
just going to ride it because that's what I like. And I'm going to modify that 1200.
Yeah, just like some exhaust and stuff like that.
Just small modifications,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't blame me there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bring it up into the 2021.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I have a Dynabra.
How many of those do we have in there? Because
Just one.
one of us gets it every
Just
week.
one.
I know, right? One was always
I have a GPZ 900
Woo!
and I have a Grom.
I have a feeling I know where this is going to go.
I have them in order right now.
Because I think I've actually gotten that same set.
I am modifying my Dyna to make it
I
more of a
don't blame you on
Dynabra.
that one, yeah.
Dynabra.
Yep.
I'm going to just ride the GPZ 900. And I'm selling that Grom because I've tried to ride one. I've said it a million times on the podcast. I cannot do it.
You're too
Me
big
and you
for
are
it.
I
too
might sell
tall.
the Grom to Heather, though.
Yes. Because I am a perfect size
Well,
for
once
that girl.
she sells the H2, she should be able to afford it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Heather, I think that'd be fantastic watching you ride a supercharged
So
four-cylinder
I'm going to sell her the
motorcycle.
Grom, and I'm going to take the money that I sold the Grom with, and I'm going to buy your 83 Katana.
Oh, it only takes... Well, actually, you'd probably get more money for the Grom than the Katana's worth.
Not right now.
Oh, really?
Dude, that bike's showing up. It's a collector
Are they?
bike. Yeah. Are you going to look one up?
I am going to look one up.
Well, you got to remember perceived value versus...
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure you can find one for sale. Most of them that you're going to find for sale are probably going to be showroom condition anyways.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like the Katana. It's a cool bike. But in my head,
Yeah. Did you find one?
I did.
What you got?
Load up again here. Goodness. Come on. $9,000
Okay.
for one that's at auction right now.
And while you're pulling that up, I'm going to pull up for Heather a J model.
See, I like the Katana, and I would ride one. It really was. It was between the Katana and the Z1, but I like Kawasaki, so I'm gonna keep the Kawasaki.
See, that's actually what I want.
Here.
That's perfect.
I don't have. See, that's exactly like I want to do with the R18.
Yep, that's
I think making
what I have
it
pulled
like
up
a
very specifically for Heather. This one is a 1926 Harley J model, 989 cc.
So
motorcycle.
you're telling me that if I got the R18, did it this way, desert rat style camo with an MG34 in the sidecar, you wouldn't want to ride around on it?
No, I'm
There's
sure
your one
I'm
with the
sure he
sidecar.
would.
See, that's cool.
I'm sure he would.
That's cool because it says Harley Davidson on the side of it. It says America. It doesn't say Mein Führer.
America.
That was good. That was a good German accent this time. He's been practicing, guys. It's
he's been practicing.
like every night he goes home into the mirror and tries his German yelling. Because that's the only way to speak German is yell at people.
Yes.
So actually, before we go, that reminds me of an episode. There was an episode of The Simpsons where like Bart gets lost in like Germantown.
German.
Oh, God.
And he goes up and he asks this guy for directions, and the guy starts yelling at him in German.
Yeah.
And like it sounds like the dude, is screaming at him. But the subtitles, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, little boy. I can't believe that you're lost. Here, yeah, not a problem. I can give you the directions." But he's like, it's like, oh God. So,
German does sound very
It's
very
It
aggressive.
sound- yeah, it's
very
an
angry
Yeah.
it's an aggressive language.
Yes.
Yeah. But
999.
That's the only German Heather knows.
I know.
and you can only say it 3 times.
Yeah.
4th time she doesn't understand. She doesn't know what it means.
It goes over my head.
9.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.